Hey there, this is Dave Gardner, your Now Lifestyle Master Trainer, and I'm super excited to be getting into the next video with you right now. In this video, we're going to talk about the forms and the forms list. And so when you first join Now Lifestyle and you go and you start playing around with your email autoresponder, you will have not created any forms. And so it's basically going to look blank like this. And so over time, you're going to be able to actually have forms that will show up. And so you'll even be able to choose the campaign. So I've actually gone through the Liberty and I have a couple screens open here just to show you what it will look like after the fact. And if you watch the Create Forms video, you'll know that this is how we actually did this. And so over time, you'll be able to look at your different campaigns and you can actually choose which ones you have there. So once you actually create a form, they will start to display here. And we'll take a look at that in just a minute, and we'll talk about what each of these categories mean. And so let's say, you go through and you create your own form like we just did. And again, you can go into the Create Forms video to see how we actually do that. And some of the things that you will actually see, you'll be able to see the name of your form. You'll be able to see how many times it's been displayed, meaning, every time someone clicks your web page or goes to your website or the page wherever that form is located, that will be a display. However many people enter their details, that would be a submission. The rate would be the opt-in rate. So for example, if you had 100 displays and 20 submissions, that would be a 20% rate. The S stands for single opt-in, meaning as soon as they put their details in, they go directly to your thank you page or to some other offer or right to the report that you promised them on the previous page. If it was a D, that would be double opt-in, and that means after they opt in, they'll get like a pop-up message, which then directs them to go back into their email, or maybe it goes to a video, which then tells them to go to their email so that they can then click a link in there that verifies that they want to receive future emails. So they both have their pros and cons. And so that's what that means as far as S or D. Opt-ins, did you actually send an opt-in message? How many people were bounced? So let's say you send code or you have a capture page you've just started to create and you're testing out a different provider for solo traffic or maybe some other advertising. And if all of a sudden you see that you have a high bounce rate here, that could be something related to the fact that that traffic provider is not giving you good traffic. And those are a lot of fake emails. Then we can go through and we can actually do some modifications and get details from there. So more details about that are all in the form, but again, we can go back and let's say I have a list of 4 or 5 different forms on different capture pages, or if I have different websites, or maybe even if I'm someone who has gone in on the Now Lifestyle platform and package, and my partner or business partner has their pages, we'll have our list here. We can go back later in and we can go and we can edit. So let's say later on we want to change something, so I can just click that edit button. And what will happen is I can change maybe where I want the website to redirect after the thank you page and after they've submitted their details. If I want to change it to a double opt-in, if I want to, test out and see maybe it looks better if I only have the first name. So maybe that's a little bit better. I can come in and I can do this and change this around. The email is always going to be there. And then once we're done, we're just going to always click edit, because that way we know that it's been updated and we know it's good to go. So everything looks the same for the most part. If we were to preview it, it's a little bit different because now it's just asking for first name here instead of the full name. The code would be a little bit different. So again, if you later on you want to go grab your code, you just click this one and you'll grab your HTML code. And again, this would be the code. You could just highlight the whole thing by doing Control A, and then you could do Control C to copy, or you could right click and copy that, and then you could submit it to wherever you needed it, whether it was to a third party if someone was doing the work for you, or if you were putting it in our own Now Lifestyle landing page builder, which I would highly recommend. That is very powerful. You'll also have the ability to just import that directly, and again, just watch the Create Form video. We go a little bit into detail with the landing page, but even more so, look at the training videos inside that landing page builder tab, because we go in depth in how to actually add and incorporate your AutoResponder series. Again, this has been Dave Gardner. Thank you for watching along with this training video. Hopefully you found some immense value. If you have any questions or comments, you can always join us and hit us up in the Facebook group or support tab up top. We really want to hear about your successes with these tools and how you're actually implementing them into your niche, because we want to help the family out. So, as I always say, you get out of it what you put into it. And the big question that I always have for you is, with all these awesome tools that you have in the Now Lifestyle family, what will you create to make your legacy? And what will you create to help others so that you can make a difference in the world today?